Hi, you're welcome to this video, and in this video I'm going to be walking through the solution to this coding challenge. This coding challenge question is from HackerRank, so I give credit to HackerRank for this question that I'll be tackling in this video. Please subscribe and keep tabs with the notification as I post new updates on the challenges on the go. Or you can check the description for the link to my free community. It's free to join. There you get first notification, premium notification on videos while I drop them, and also on future schedules for videos like this. All right, so that all said, let's get right into this question. The question we have here says, given an array of integers, calculate the ratio of its elements that are positive, negative, and 0. Print the decimal value of each fraction on a new line with 6 places after the decimal. This challenge introduces precision problems. Test cases are scaled to 6 decimal places, though answers will be with absolute error of up to 10 raised to the power of minus 4 are acceptable. Okay, so from this question, it looks like we are going to receive an array into a function, and then we are meant to get the ratios of the elements of that array. The array will contain positive numbers, negative numbers, and 0. And I'm going to find the ratios of the positive numbers, negative numbers, and the 0 numbers within the array. And then it's also specified that the answers, that is the ratio, should be in 6 decimal places. However, 4 decimal places are acceptable, but we're going to stick to this. So I'll check out the example. The example here says this is an array, right? It contains 5 elements within, and it has 2 positive numbers, 2 negative numbers, and a 0. And for the 2, it's 2 over 5 equals this, and 2 over 5 for the negative equals this, and 1 for the 0 over 5 equals this. So if I'm a little bit too fast, please pause to take a look at this part of the screen and just read it through yourself. Anyways, I'm also going to be leaving this question, the question here, in the description below as well. All right, so it's a long question. These are to help me understand more of what is expected of me. But at this point already, from this example, I think I already get what I need to do. So on this panel here, I can see from here. So I'm solving in JavaScript, and this is the function plus minus array, and all these are codes, and it receives your, it comes up with the the inputs, right, the input value, and receives your return value, and which passes that into the test codes written, and gets, which will help compare your value, your return value, with the expected answer or results to print out the outcome of your solution. All right, so this is plus minus. As usual, I'm going to move to my code pen. Now on CodePen, I need to set the behavior to manual. So on CodePen, I already have this, but I used some instead. Pardon me, I used some, right? But on in here, it's plus minus. So for purpose of consistency, I will replace the sum there with plus minus. All right. So okay. So first thing I think I would do now, after ascertaining the inputs and expected outputs, will be to first, from the example we're given here, the ratios are calculated by the number of positive number or negative numbers or 0 uh, divided by the length, the total length of the array. So in that case, I would like to get the length of the array, and it's going to be r dot length. Okay. To test that out, I'm just going to simply console log len, most especially for newbies. I always have newbies in mind while going through these questions, because once upon a time I was new and I was trying to wrap my mind around these things, and I wished then that attention was paid to newbies, because for people who are already used to these things, they might just be watching it for fun or to refresh their memory. But newbies want to see what's happening, they want to understand. So I'm here for you if you're new to this thing. So I console log learn and it says 6. So let's do the manual counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we have 6 items. That is the length of the array. Awesome, and our code is working perfectly. All right, so let's get the number of uh, negative or positive numbers that I have here in the array. So to do that, I'm just going to do a loop, because I'm going to loop through to check for positive numbers. So if for num of r, okay, for num of r, that's for each number in this array. So the first num, I'm going to say if num, that is a condition, if num is greater than 0, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So that means I'm going to have something like a positive count, positive, right? And I'm going to equate it to 0. Negative, I'm going to equate it to 0. Now const 0, I'm also going to equate it to 0. So this is going to help me count or hold the frequency of the positive number, the negative number, and the 0 numbers there. So if the num is greater than 0, that means it is positive. I'm going to say positive plus plus, that is, I'm going to increment it by 1. So it has changed to 1. It's another way to do this for people who are new. We're trying to say that positive equals whatever positive is plus 1. Okay, whatever, now positive is 0 plus 1, right? Plus 1. Now else if, let's go ahead, say else if num lesser than 0, what are we going to say? I would say uh negative plus plus. And if neither of these are true, then it just means I can increase the value of 0. So I don't need to ask if the norm is equal 0. If none of them are true, then of course 0 should be incremented, and we're good. So it's either it's negative, positive, or 0. All right, so at this point I would like to check out what we have as our positive number, and do same for negative and 0. So positive, negative, 0. So I'm running my code here. There is an error there, positive. So just clear and then run again. Okay. Okay, so same, it says assignment to constant variable. All right, so it still reads it as an assignment. So that means I'll just change this to let's. let's. Okay. All right. So let's run. For positive numbers, I'm expecting 1, 2, 3. For negative, I'm expecting 2. And for 0, I'm expecting 1. And that turns out to be what I got. So now, after this phase, I'll be moving on to getting their ratio. And the ratio is the number frequency divided by the length of the array. So for cons positive ratio is going to be equals positive divided by len. So I would repeat this process again and again. Oh, positive, negative, 0, neg ratio, and 0 ratio. All right, all set. So rather than console logging positive, negative, and 0, I'm going to be console logging the positive ratio, the negative ratio, and the 0 ratio. I'll run to check what I have. What I have as my result. Okay, so I have 0 0.5, 0 0.333, 0 0.166, which is good. I would like to confirm. Okay. Um, Now I see I have been working with an array different from that example. I think I had copied it here. So I'm working with this array. Yeah, I'm working with this array. Apologies, I had forgot to mention that I using this array, which is also an example, like a sample input, where the expected output was also um, listed or given. So the first one is 0 0.5, 0 0.333, and 0 0.166. I think that tallies with what we got. So remember, we are meant to do this to 6 decimal places. So how can I get that done? So in order to achieve that, I'm going to use toFix method. The toFix method helps us to the JavaScript method that helps to um, display a number in a fixed decimal place. So now we have our answers like this, right? We have our results like this. I would want to use the toFixed method on the answer or the result of positive divided by len before assigning it to the post ratio, that is the positive ratio. So what I'll do is wrap this in a bracket. So that happens, this gets solved first, this gets enumerated before acting, before having to act on it. So I'm just going to do that only for post retro so I can check if that works very well. All right. So that works well. That works well. So I'm going to do that exactly that on the rest. Okay. So I'll clear this and then run the code. All right, so that tallies with what I was expecting based on the sample output here. Okay, so what's the next? The next will be to check out what we're really returning. Are we returning the result as an array or just some values, right? So results are printed as this. So from what I see here, I'm not returning an array, I'm returning the results as they are. So now that that has been solved, I will simply copy the solution. Oh no, copy the solution and then paste it here. So I'm just going to copy my console log statement here and paste it. I should have console logged. That's what I'm expected to. All right, so checking it now. All tests passed. Great, great, and great. So let's submit the code to check for all the test cases. Yeah, all passed. All right, so that's it for this question. It's the first question on week 1 for the 1 month preparation kit for interviews on HackerRank. So the next video will be on the second question of week 1. Please subscribe, join the community on Slack to get notifications, or just check your notifications because, yeah, I am committed to doing this. I enjoy doing this and I enjoy doing this with you. So I'll see you again. Thank you.